Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Palace Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like all the shows.
What's up? Welcome to Open Mic Night. It's myself. Jeremy is here. We're gonna probably have some other people popping in. A few other people are requested invites, so we're gonna have some people on eventually. What's up, Jeremy? How you still feeling? I know you got to be feeling good over the Packer victory. I mean, come on. I'll let you gloat for a little bit. Go ahead, man.
I'm trying to find my glasses so I can read that chat.
Me and Jeremy were listening to his interviews from the draft on the rookies that he did when he was there. Jeremy's a legit reporter, folks. Most of you know that, but he's legit. Anyway, the Packers got a bye. Thank God we needed it. We need to get healthy. Jair, Love, can't even tell you. So many guys hurt. Need that rest. Come back healthy. We got the Bears. I mean, we've played 2 division games. We lost them both. We cannot lose to the Bears. I don't believe we will. But I'm just saying we cannot lose to the Bears. But the Bears fans are hyped. They're hyped. They think they got us this year.
I think the Bears lose to motherfucking Patriots this weekend.
You think so? I mean, they're pretty even offensively, but when it gets to the defense, the Bears got them. I think the Bears got them.
I don't know if Tariq Stevenson plays again. I don't think they got him.
Well, all right. I mean, that was that Washington game. I'll give the Bears credit for one thing. They did not allow them to score. They did the same thing that you guys did to us. Let us only score field goals. That's it. And it kept them in the game. That's why they were in it. You guys just kept scoring touchdowns on us. It's not that part's not the same. But the whole defensive part about not letting them score, that has been the most frustrating part about the Packers this year is they get in the red zone and choke.
Dr. Detroit, what's up, my friend?
What? Is that the real Dr. You remember that show from the 80s? Some of you people
No, that's one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest Detroit Lions fans there is. He's gone by Dr. Detroit for years. One of the super fans. But, in my breaking news for us, and you saw me put it in the chat, I got to talk about it because I think it's so amazing that my brother is going to be on NFL on Fox Sunday during Gronk's segment as a chief from the United States Navy for his salute to service.
Wow, congrats, man. Congrats, bro.
Oh, my brother's going to be on TV.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's not, it's you never know who's going to be. I mean, come on. Awesome.
How big is this year for my Ballrick family?
Yeah.
The little brother that's 11 years younger than me with 20 years in the Navy gets to be on stage with Gronk.
That is so cool. Master Sergeant salute. That is so cool. Man, congrats, man. Totally. That is awesome. When is it going to be on? It's going to be on the game?
During the pregame stuff that they do on Fox.
Okay.
You know how every year Gronk does that salute to service thing where he does some sort of stupid stunt, whether it's jump out of a box or jump out of a plane. Well, I don't know what he's doing this year, but my
You
brother
have a-
gets to represent the Navy there for it
You have a date on when it's coming? Which week?
this Sunday.
Oh, this Sunday. Oh, this right. Oh, well.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Make sure everybody tune in tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Tomorrow. Well, I was going to be watching anyway. I got nothing else going on. The Packers ain't playing. So,
And that's the little brother I told you about while he was in Norfolk. He used to
Right.
play in the Dre Bly
Oh.
football league, semi-pro, and he played for the Delmira Tyrants, number 44, safety, and he led the league in interceptions, returns for touchdowns, and pick sixes. And
Wow.
they won the championship that year.
How come he didn't play for Detroit?
Because he was already past the prime for the NFL. He was playing in his 30s while he was in the Navy.
Nowadays, bro, they take those guys all day long.
Oh, I said, shit, come try out. Just go to walk on.
Yeah.
AI says, I got nothing else going on. Jim Jenks said, thanks for your service to your brother from one vet to another. Hell yeah. 100% Jim Jackson. It's
Hell yeah, man.
RXJ in the chat. How you doing there, buddy? He's been on my show before. And thank you, Chris Nelson, for that.
What's up, Jay?
I just think it's amazing. And what a year. You know, me getting my credentials to go to the NFL draft back in the spring. And now he gets that major accomplishment to be done. And to me, that's major. I mean,
yeah.
They only picked like what 1 to 5 people from each service to go to those things, like a squad. Ken the Bear fan.
Yeah, well, you talk about suit to service. Here he comes. You were just mentioning it. So, did you hear about that?
Picture? You saw that picture of my little brother, right?
No, what was up now?
Jeremy's
my little brother is going to be on NFL Fox on Sunday when Gronk does his salute to service skit he does every year for Veterans Day.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, totally cool.
Brian,
I see they've lowered their standards, though.
I'm humbled, excited, proud, the whole 9 yards.
Well, I see they lowered their standards by letting Navy on there when it should be the guys who win the game, you know, like Army.
Well, they're all actually there's like 5 Navy guys, 5 Marines, 5 Army, 5 Air Force.
So they're doing every service.
It's a salute to service, right?
Yeah.
Well, cool retired military serviceman Ken.
Yeah, Jay's on in the morning show. He comes on the morning show too. Yeah,
retired.
Look, Dr. Detroit, the real Dr. Detroit, man. This is totally cool, bro.
Yeah, I just love it.
He does look like Vin Diesel. They say he looks like
everybody's sitting there going, "Oh man, this and this with the Texans." You find out Nico doesn't get added to the 53 today. He's not in any of the parlays. So that means he won't be playing. Tank Dell is playing.
Yeah. Oh, he is playing? Because Dell he was listed Friday. He got hurt Friday.
Yeah, he was hurt all week. If you look, he did not practice on Wednesday and Thursday.
I thought they said he popped up
popped up on the injury report as questionable.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. We got Woody. We're gonna have a bear fight.
Come on, Woody. What's
up? What's up, Woody?
No fight here, pal. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
He's a lover. It's a Woody Woodpecker.
Absolutely. And Jeremy, hey, Jeremy, for the future, okay? My last name is Gangemi, not Gangemi.
Okay, Gangemi, got it.
There you go. Yeah.
I didn't say it this time.
Bucket. It's the Woodster. It's the Woodster.
Yeah. The good news out of Chicago. Good news out of Chicago yesterday and today. Ryan Bates has been activated.
And Gordon.
Gordon's
playing
activated.
Tomorrow.
So Bates is the right guard that we brought in to be the right guard. And he's been on the IR.
Yeah. So how many minutes before he's back on the IR?
Don't even start that.
I'm sorry. You guys have said that about our guys that get hurt all the time. It's my turn.
Don't even start that, man.
I always do.
What's up, Carrico?
That might be a little bit why Foles didn't make a move. Besides, maybe there was not a deal to be had. That he knew Bates is coming off. He's like, he just decided to stand pat. But Man, so many people need
And we
offensive
got
line.
more.
Holy shit, we getting everybody in here. Let's go.
Oh, who else is
There
coming
he
in?
is. What's up, Mike?
Oh my
Hey,
God,
Big
there's a guy I
Mike.
haven't seen in
Mike,
forever.
Mike, did you lose some weight, buddy?
No, Woody, I'm just wearing white.
You looking good, bro. You looking good.
Wow.
Thanks, man. Good to see you guys. Thanks for having me tonight.
Yes,
Go
sir.
on.
You're. All right. Look, I let Jeremy gloat. He didn't take the opportunity. Go ahead, gloat, man. We'll listen. Go ahead.
Gloat for what?
You beat the shit out of the Packers. Come on,
Oh,
man.
no, we're looking ahead to the Texans, man.
Yeah,
we're
we're
not,
on the
we're not looking
Texans.
ahead to the Texans.
That's over.
No
It's
receiver
over,
tech.
guys.
Hey,
No,
what can you say about it?
no
What can
receiver
you say
here.
about it? It's awesome, right? For Lions fans, all those years, and now to win, 5 out of 6 now?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good stretch. I mean, looking forward to hopefully the Bears coming off the schneid from beating the Packers as well.
Might happen, bro. We've
Smoking
lost every
bad.
damn opponent so
Mike.
far.
Mike, this is not a comedy show, okay?
Bad in the building.
Hey, man, if it happens, it happens. We
Oh.
fucking lost everybody else this year. What the fuck?
But,
Yeah, hey, Packers still a tough team though, right? I mean, I don't know what I mean. I'd be interested to hear from you,
Look,
Robert.
look,
What
look,
do you
man,
think
I
went
didn't
wrong?
want to admit it
What
at
do
the
you think
beginning
went
of the
wrong
year,
in that
but
Packers game?
I didn't want to admit it at the beginning of the year, but maybe sophomore slump for Jordan Love, bro. I don't
Wow.
know.
Who said that? Who said that at the
He's-
beginning of the year?
Hey,
He's
what?
really.
Wait,
I mean,
what did you
look,
hear
I don't
that?
care that he throws interceptions. I mean, I'm from the Brett Favre era.
I
do not
know.
care. Brett Favre threw 20 interceptions a year. I do not care that he throws interceptions. What I care is he's falling in front of the end zone. He's throwing it to the defense so they can stroll in for a free touchdown. He's done that twice now.
Sounds like Will Levis.
It was okay
against
when
us
Brett
week one.
Favre did it.
Well, Brett didn't throw it direct. If you were catching a Brett Favre, you was probably getting a bullet, bro.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying, throwing across your body, some gunslinger crazy throw.
It is,
Okay,
man.
Jordan
Throw it at the
Love,
feet.
let's not underestimate. The kid is badass, okay? I don't care what anyone says. He might be having some troubles now. Every quarterback goes through it. Lord knows Jared Goff. Certainly we're seeing the best version of him.
Oh, yeah.
But when you look at a baseline on where to jump off for a quarterback, he's had the right grooming. He's had everything right. He's got all the physical tools. All that stuff is going to come, and you guys are set up for the future. And I think you could say the same thing about the Bears as well. When you talk about Caleb Williams, he's got all the tools. He's going through. Look how many games he's won already as a rookie, right?
Hey,
I mean,
Mike, I understand that, but we really didn't play anybody.
Okay. All right. Well, it's the NFL, bro.
Hey,
Caleb Williams isn't going to regress. I mean,
well,
he's only going to get better.
The gauge is going to be the Lions because they've played everybody, and we're just going to see how you guys handle them.
What most impressive with that win with Detroit last week is that was their first outside game of the year. And I thought they would have a little bit trouble. Rainy, crappy, shitty weather. Yeah. And they still went out and kicked their ass. It was wow. I was impressed.
That was insult to injury to Packer fans because literally we had all the problems and you guys had none. You guys showed no problems whatsoever.
And Mike, I wanted to say you're welcome for David Montgomery. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, we love
He's
it.
A mutter. He's a true mutter. He is.
Wow.
He's a true mutter.
Gibbs too, man. Is he quick?
Gibbs
Gibbs
the
quick?
only thing I want to say about the Packer
get more
fans.
chill than I am tonight, Jim.
We heard it
Jim
all
is like,
last
it's
year
a football
after the
chill.
Thanksgiving
I'm like,
game
I am chill.
about how our 9 points made it a 7-point game in garbage time. But, at least we didn't hit the score 8 points in garbage time to lose by double digits.
I mean, that's just Packer fans wanting to. I mean,
I just had to go there.
Look, we took our lumps. I wanted to beat you guys. I didn't want to look. If we didn't come out victorious, it was a loss, and that's it, man. All these other guys.
I want to give credit to our coaches because you know what they did at Allen Park to prepare all week? They soaked the field, they soaked the footballs, and made them play with wet footballs all week after the weather report came out. So they would be used to catching, running, and the exchange between the center and Goff.
Yeah. I don't think the weather thing really look if the weather that was in Green Bay, it's like that's not an advantageous situation for any team. Okay, so it's a little chilly, it's rainy, that's bad for both teams. Where the weather thing comes into play, I think for the dome teams, like late December, and you're a dome team, and you practice indoors, and then you go to Green Bay, right? That's where the weather can have an impact. I mean, and demonstrable. We've seen it with certain quarterbacks, especially Vic. I don't think did Vic ever win a game in 35 or below weather. I don't think he had. I mean, that's where there's a break you can actually see where the indoor teams or warm weather teams have a problem with weather. But rain, a bad sloppy rainy day, that affects everyone. How do you think the Bears beat the Niners a couple years ago? Because of
the Flood Bowl. Yeah, but we only won 2 more games.
Yeah, and Trey Lance.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They only won 2 games after that, so we'll bring that up too.
But Mike, that's the point, Woody. That's exactly the point.
But remember,
games outsider played directly in that kind of shit.
Remember, week 1 still preseason. So, but Mike, more impressively, besides Goff, the Detroit's running game is unfucking real. Gibbs, it's like a thunder and lightning thing here, and the way Montgomery breaks these tackles, and like I said, you're welcome.
Yeah, because even when we got him from the Bears, he led the league in broken tackles,
and in college.
And we're liking that. We're liking that in this matchup against Houston as well, because Houston, number 2 in the league, giving up yards after a broken tackle. So that plays right into our hands. And what you were saying about the outdoor game, I want to point out, Jeremy B and I talked about this in May when the schedule came out, how, boy, we don't even get an outdoor game until week 9.
Yep.
And believe me, neither one of us thought we would be 7-1 out the back door of that. So
we always said there was a chance, but we didn't believe it would be there.
Right.
But at the same time, the difference was our wide receivers never dropped a pass in that game.
You guys, your quarterback was like 12 of 12 at one point. I mean, what the fuck, man?
In a pouring rain. That's good.
Yes. I mean, bro, everything that they talked about that we were saying you guys were going to do, none of it was there, and it all happened to us. I said before the game, we're going to have problems with exchanges. Jordan Love dropped the ball. I mean, the change between the center was a problem.
Yeah, but he couldn't even go under center, though, because of his injury, right? Because of his groin injury, he couldn't get under center. He couldn't
get down low enough, right? He couldn't get down low enough.
In a pouring rain, you got to go in shotgun every time. So,
it wasn't ideal.
With Houston's, without Nico Collins, without Diggs, all they have is Dell and Schultz. And now that Will Anderson isn't playing on defense, I think Detroit should have no problem tomorrow.
For sure.
And also, there is an interesting stat that I found today, and I didn't even get a chance to mention it last night. Guess what team has the worst missed tackle rate in football?
Who?
The Houston Texans at a 15.8% missed tackle rate.
Look, as much pressure as we put on them, we disrupted them the whole game. You guys got a great – I mean, you guys – it's going to be fine. You guys are going to be fine.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be
fine. Hey, real quick, let me interject real quick. I kind of got taken care of in the comments, but yeah, for those who are coming from X and whatnot who've crossed over, guys, this is not politics, it's football. So
it's my dad. He's talking about he hates Trump.
No, I mean, look, the only thing political that's happened in football, I guess, is news today, and that was Bosa receiving his $11,000 fine for wearing his MAGA hat on NBC Sunday Night Football in America. That's about as close as we get, guys. And that is the fine itself that's kind of like the standard NFL fine for a lot of things, $11,000. The guy from the Texans, you punched Roshan Johnson on the sideline, $11,000. I mean, I do not get the fining schedule for the NFL. Like, punching a dude is $11,000, wearing a ball cap is $11,000. The fine schedule for the NFL is one of those mind-blowing things where it's like it makes no sense.
Well, Trump already.
We know now from Brian Branch the double bird is a little under $11,000.
Yeah, bro.
I was just going to talk about that. I sat there. I said, if you think about it, it was $10,396 for the hit and $10,396 for the 2 birds. So that's $5,000 a piece for each one of these bad boys.
I'm telling you.
It's freedom of speech, man. That's bullshit. It's freedom of speech.
Trump said he already reimbursed Bosa for that hat fine. So that's taken care of.
That tracks.
That's fucking crazy.
But it just makes me wonder, like, the fine schedule. Like, you can punch a dude right, and get the same fine as you would be for wearing a baseball cap or giving someone the bird. I mean, one is demonstrably more serious than the other. I think punching a guy is more serious than wearing a ball cap post game. I mean, that's just
the NFL has it. Because it's a private entity. That's the only reason they can make their own rules and get away with that. That is the only reason, man, because they're playing under their fucking shield. That's it.
I saw somebody.
But who came up with the fine schedule? Like, honestly, like, who in the NFL said, yeah, you can punch a guy and we're going to give you an $11,000 fine, but I don't like main event Mike's hat, so we're going to make that the same fine than if you were to punch somebody. That makes zero sense. Like, who came up with that?
But a guy that hit somebody square in the face mask only gets $10,396.
Damn, Josh.
And no penalty.
I mean, and wasn't like the hip drop tackle's a $5,000 fine, which, of course, you don't know you've done it.
We haven't seen it yet.
Later. No, we've seen it.
They actually are fining, even though they're not calling it in the game. They're still fining the guys for it, which is kind of sketchy, if you ask me.
Well, because and there's a reason behind that. The reason behind that is there's so many elements of the hip drop tackle that they say it's next to impossible to call live, and so guys are getting hit with fines on Thursdays, and they're like, "What the hell?" You know. But even like the fine schedule for the NFL, look at the things these guys get fined for, and some of the dollar amounts. It's like it makes no sense. I would get a lesser fine for roughing the passer and trying to take Mahomes' head off than I would if I'm Nick Bosa wearing a ball cap.
How about on Monday, the fucking players give the NFL a fine for the referees missing fucking calls on the fucking TV? That's ridiculous. How can you give somebody a penalty after the fact or a fine after the fact?
That's what they do. But I did see that somebody in the chat asked where Calico Ken is. I do have a picture of him.
Oh, my God.
Oh, here we go.
I've already seen this. It's complete with a beard. He has not seen this yet. He has not seen this.
No, he has not seen that yet.
If Jeremy suddenly disappears, I'm not going to say I don't know why.
What did you do? You go to AI and go, AI, show me an Amish cat.
Yes.
I mean, with the referees, now the referees, they're on a scoring system and a fining system as well, aren't they, JB? But we don't get to see that.
We don't get to see that. And yet, there is only 1 point that hasn't been scored in the NFL, the 1 point play. And that is where it's a turnover on the extra point attempt that gets returned for the safety that's only 1 point. It has never been done in NFL history.
We learned Bears fans learned a new safety rule last week. That cut block safety. Geez. That was the cheesiest safety I've ever seen.
Chop block,
because of it was a chop block only because he got engaged by another player who basically got bumped into him. I was like, really? That's a safety?
Well,
I had never seen that.
The other penalty too. I know the leverage, but having the defensive player's hand on the center's back is called a leveraging play, and Bears got penalized from that too last week.
And I've seen other teams though get penalized for that, where it's like, okay, the guy touched him, but come on, he wasn't pushing off. There wasn't any leverage or anything being gained, but just the fact that they're touching them, it's called leverage. And I've seen a couple other teams get flagged for it, where it's like, all right, man, come on, really? Letter of the law versus fear.
Come on, put him up. Come on, Woody, put him up.
Right here, the double bird. There you go.
Hacker Rob, since you heard the clip, how bad was it when he said "Go Bears"?
Oh my God, dude, he sounds gay, bro. He really does sound gay. He goes, "Go Bears." Why like that? Why say it like that? That's your quarterback.
I have the recording of the media room interview, and at the end, you hear somebody say, "Hey, Caleb." He goes, "Go Bears."
It sounds like a girl. I swear, is that really him? He's like, yeah.
Hey, you know what? I don't care how he sounds. As long as he plays well.
I get you, bro.
Now, Mike, he doesn't do the little head twinge. I mean, Mike's got some practice at the little head twinge too.
It looks just like him.
That's fucking funny.
That's $11,000. 11,000.
That's $11,000.
Fine me.
Make it 21.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
that'd be 22.
You're absolutely right, J.I. But at the same time,
I
he
agree.
talked
I'm
about
not,
his leadership.
It's just the way he said it, bro. I was like, did he really say it like that? I just wanted, did he do it on purpose? Is he clowning everybody?
Yeah, because the ones I've got is Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Marvin Harrison Jr., Terrion Arnold, and Darius Robinson. Those are the ones I was able to record.
Jaden, 7 Pepsi player. Yeah, that guy's playing out of his mind. Remember, Woody, you said, look, he was worried about playing them and he wasn't going to be 100%. If that was him not at 100%, the way he played you guys,
dude, the Bears defense,
bro. I think you're right. I think you guys should have took him. I think he's better than Caleb. I agree.
The thing with Jaden in that Bears game is the Bears did not have a spy on him. They did not think he would run the ball, and there he is running the ball. I mean, I think we got caught with our pants down because we didn't think he was going to be as mobile and run like he did, and then all of a sudden he was. I mean, look, there were plays where he had 13 yards of daylight because we didn't put anyone on him. We didn't spy on him. We just figured, okay, he's got hurt rib. The mobility's not going to be there. He's not going to try to run the ball, and he looked like what rib problem? I mean, that's what he looked like. What rib problem? I mean, the Bears got caught with their pants down in that game as far as how they defended them.
Caught with something.
You guys,
I'll tell you what. I'm interested to know Woody's pick on New England +6 tomorrow against Chicago.
No,
I actually took New England as my lock pick on our Thursday morning show over on the Villain Squad. So I was wondering how you feel about that 6-point favorite against New England.
Drake May playing?
Yeah. It's Drake May versus Caleb.
Bears win by 10.
Bears win by 10. So Woody says take the point and lay down the points. What do you think, Ken?
I'm with Woody on this one, believe it or not.
I didn't know it was 6. That's
It's
a
6
lot.
points.
That's a lot.
When did they update that line? That's what the line the other day was like 3.5 or something like that.
I mean,
it's 6 now on DraftKings.
6.5.
It went to 6 2 days ago when they did their pick'ems.
Well, because I saw a preview of it. You guys are pretty even on offense, but when it comes to defense, man, you guys bury those guys. Man.
Well, for the Bears,
I wonder though about I worry about the Bears because of all the distractions, all the DJ Moore thing, the Tyreek Stevenson thing. I mean, did Caleb Williams actually come out and say I can't play defense too, or was that just some internet BS? Because I mean, I feel like there's some dissension. They had to have a players meeting right this week, and I mean, this could be a turning point for the Bears. If they lose to New England, this could be a downward spiral for them. What do you guys think of that?
I think we don't win this game. We're fucked for the year anyway.
Yeah,
there have been a few players meetings already this year. The thing with DJ, the excuse he gave, and then what other people said about why he walked off the field in that play just didn't jive. There's something not right with DJ mentally right now. His head's not in it. So I hope they can get whatever's right there. With Tyreek, I think the media and the fans have made more of it than anything else, like we always do. Because he ended up playing pretty good last week when he did come in the game. What hurts the Bears is the single point of failure is that offensive line. I mean, that affects everything. So I think with getting some guys back this week and maybe getting the line we thought we should have from the beginning, if it's healthy, they need to win this. And this offensive line needs to come together or it's going to be a long rest of the season. It's all about that.
The voice of reason. Then, as you're talking, the voice of reason, this guy, we are fucked, win or lose.
Well, and we missed, and and the Bears defense, we really missed Montez Sweat last week too. He's back. Yeah. Gordon's back. I'm worried about hopefully this rush defense can pick it up because
I'm worried about Brisker, to be honest. This is 5 weeks.
No Jaquan Brisker. No Jaquan Brisker, but you're fortunate the Patriots' passing offense isn't that great. But they can run the ball, though. And after all that stuff, you guys we're talking about the deficiencies on your team that you're still sticking to that. You think the Bears still win this and cover the 6?
Yeah.
The defense, even without Brisker. Yeah, because Brisker, look at the defense. Look at Washington game. There was no Brisker. There was no Gordon. Sweat didn't play all of it. They ended up leaving in the third quarter with the shin. And they still were bend not break against a guy who's just winning, rookie of the week or NFC player of the week. And I mean, they did really good against Washington with backups. The defense isn't the issue in Chicago. The whole issue in Chicago is offensive line. And if they don't fix that, I don't care how many great players we have on offense. I don't care how great the defense is. If the offense line can't protect the quarterback and doesn't allow the offense to work, then the defense gets gassed by the mid-third, fourth quarter, and they give up stuff they normally won't. The offense won't put up points. But ironically, in all this argumentation about all this, the Bears already have matched last year's point totals. You know, they're 4-4. This is a much improved team over last year, but I think our expectations, or some fans' expectations, were set so unrealistically high that even when we were 4-3 and 4-2, oh, we need to fire coaches. Like, dude, like we're 4-4 at this point. We're a lot better place than we were last year. We know there's a single point of failure. We know what it is. Let's fix it and move on.
And all these teams that were going into play and they know about our offensive line, they're coming in and saying, we're putting pressure on every down and fucking this line up, and that's what screws us up as well.
It's the same thing for the Bears last year, though, Woody. That
I
was
know,
exactly
but
last year.
Our offensive line was better last year than this year, believe it or not.
I think there's one part of Fields that made the offensive line better last year. But it was also a big negative about Fields. Fields just taking off and just running downfield with the ball. If you notice, Caleb doesn't like to do that. Caleb, which we do like, we like that he's always looking downfield to make the pass, right? We like that about our quarterback. But what it's done is because he's hesitant to just take off and run, right? And he doesn't do that. That doesn't alleviate the offensive line at all. Like Justin Fields did that. Caleb does it. So it's kind of like it was a thing we didn't like about Fields that Caleb doesn't do, but you could see where that thing that he did actually help. Does that make sense?
Well, I think that was the fix to the problem with the line. That was the fix last year, is that he would just take off right away and outrun everything. I don't think they figured it out yet. They have to come up with another way. I mean, every team has a problem somewhere, man, where you got a little weakness in the team and you got to do something to fix it. They got to do something else. The coaching's got to come up with some other way to create it so he can get the ball out quicker or something.
Well, Caleb's more of a pocket passer than Justin Fields was.
Well, but
I mean, look,
is he? He's running for his life, but then it's causing him to be inaccurate.
I think JB probably can verify this. He's got like the 4th or 5th quickest release in the league this year.
Who's that?
He's getting out at like 2.2, 2.3.
You almost had me, guy, until I saw the end. 2026.
They say your headphones look like they're made by Tandy.
Who has the quickest release?
No, I was saying.
I don't know.
Caleb's like in the top 5, isn't he?
I do not know. It's
Caleb.
I think he's like a 2.2.
I don't know whether to respond to Woody or order a Frosty.
Well, all I know is that through the first 3 games this year, Caleb was 1-2. Justin Fields was 3-0. One had 3 touchdowns. The other one had 2 touchdowns. One had 1 turnover, and one had 5 turnovers. One had a 95.3 rating, and the other one had 65.3. I don't know who sounds better.
Jaden Daniels.
Tua Tagovailoa, 2.5 seconds is the fastest release.
Look at Jaden Daniels, though. Look, you gotta give Jaden Daniels credit. They're giving him good protection, and he's delivering. They're giving him good, decent protection in Washington, and he's delivering. When they give Caleb good, decent protection, he's delivered. And then sometimes, like in the Arizona game, when they would give it to him, he wouldn't deliver, though. Like if he's getting it early in the game, he delivers. But if he's running for his life most of the game, then they get that one play where they figure it out, he's still rushing. He keeps hearing the footsteps in the back of his head, and they got to fix that line, man.
One thing you could say, Ken, nobody's calling for Tyson Bagent now, like they were with Justin Fields, right?
I am.
But at the same time, I do have an interesting stat here. Through this point, through the first 8 games of the season, the 2023 Bears scored 171 points. The 2024 Bears have scored 172. The 2023 Bears were having 321 yards per game. The 2024 Bears are having 294.6. Both of them acquired 149 first downs in that time.
Well, so there's no difference. There's no. And did you see the stats on the DJ Moore? They've thrown to him 3 more times this year. He's just got less catch and less yards and less touchdowns.
More
it's
drops.
Not like they're not throwing the ball to him the same amount.
Yeah, and he has more drop. That is true.
Yes.
But that's your quarterback moving forward. I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, Stevie Wonder could see the talent, the skill set the kid's got, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, but
that's your quarterback. If I'm a Bears fan, I feel confident about that. Same with Jordan Love. The same with Jordan Love. I wish I could say the same for Viking fans, but we haven't seen JJ McCarthy yet. But I think it's even 9 games in. I think it's pretty obvious that Caleb Williams is here to stay.
It's Bajan time. It's being called out right there. What the fuck? Stop calling the backup quarterback. They do not belong in the game unless the quarterback is out. All right, stop it. Fucking idiots.
It's Bears fans in general are pretty negative. They're just negative.
I know it's crazy.
At heart.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just realist.
That Dave Tversky version of Wrecking Ball was hilarious.
Maybe it's because I'm a Lions fan and my bar is so low, right?
Yeah, you guys.
Maybe because Caleb Williams played better than any quarterback we ever had before Stafford, so maybe that's why.
No, Scotty Mitchell. Come on now.
Oh yeah, he had a great 7 games in Miami.
Goff is playing lights out. Goff is playing like heavenly right now, bro. Goff is playing like.
If Lamar Jackson wasn't having the season he was, I think he would be dominating the MVP conversation. But right now, even as great as Goff has been, his numbers aren't as good as Lamar's.
Well,
I mean.
But
Lamar is having a season.
I'm gonna tell you, ask, go around and ask who did it. There's an undefeated Kansas City team, but I bet you everybody fears playing you guys more than they do them.
Oh yeah.
Tell me that. Tell me that.
Yeah,
because that's why I say, bro. It's not a perception is one thing. I get it, but the truth is, you guys are the best team in the NFL right now.
Because Detroit's dark horse is Raymond. Yeah. So look out.
But does it matter though that the teams that they did beat, Baltimore, Cincinnati, Atlanta, the Chargers, the Niners. These are all playoff teams or borderline playoff teams this year for sure. These are all teams with winning records, half of them leading their divisions. So, I mean,
when they got Baltimore,
I made a bold statement this preseason. I made a bold statement this preseason. The last week we did this show right here, and Rob can attest to it. I said Dallas and San Francisco missed the playoffs because they're falling off this year.
For sure.
Okay, but I'm talking about the Kansas City team.
Mike, to be fair,
I mean, they're 8-0, and it's not like they've had a powder puff schedule to get there. And look what they did in the playoffs last year. Look what they did. They went on the road and beat Buffalo, and they went on the road and beat the Ravens. I don't think I agree with your statement that around the league, these teams would rather play the Chiefs than the Lions. I don't agree with that at all, because until you beat the man, you want to be the man, you got to beat the man.
I'll tell you what, though, the Ravens Teddy Brisky said, I'd put my money on the Lions to beat the Chiefs today.
Yeah.
I hate Mike, what do you think about
every year they pick someone? Every year they pick someone, and that team never does it. Look how many times they picked Buffalo. They picked Josh Allen, and they never do it.
Got Baltimore. When Kansas City got Baltimore,
people are wrong most of the time. That's why Vegas stays in business.
Well, let's face it. It doesn't matter
Baltimore
if you face Kansas City in the Super Bowl.
Team.
The refs are going to blow the game for you.
That's true.
So I didn't ask the Lions fans.
Baltimore.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Damn it, Ken.
Baltimore was very dysfunctional when they played Kansas City. Those first 2 weeks of the season, Baltimore was kind of lost in itself. So I think if Kansas City played Baltimore today, I think the outcome of that game is different.
You mean Baltimore that just lost to Cleveland?
Yeah, Cleveland was handing them their ass for the first 3 quarters, Mike. They was handing their ass to them, bro.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But
they're up and down. I agree.
I feel like we're not giving Kansas City the credit they deserve. The Lions are playing better than any team right now, but.
Yeah, but Mike, everybody's talking shit on Jordan Love with all these interceptions, and Mr. Mahomes has just as many, man.
Yeah, he's my fantasy quarterback. You're preaching to the choir. It's been sucking.
Tell me about that shit, bro.
Defense. And Kansas City's defense is carrying that offense. Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
You should see Rob. I have Rob Haskell's in one of my leagues.
The reason Kansas City's winning isn't because of Mahomes; it's because of that defense. That defense is what's winning, is keeping Kansas City where it's at. I mean, Mahomes does just enough.
And 8 interceptions this year called back due to penalties.
Yeah, he's off the pace.
Yeah.
I mean,
so what do you got? What do you, Detroit fans? What do you think about the Za'Darius signing? How do you think that's going to help out?
So far mid-season, and he's saying all the right things in the interviews, and he looks happy to be here. He was able to buy the number from Broderick Martin, so he can keep his number, and he looks very happy about that. Number 99, yes. So,
what do you think you are, Dan Hampton?
How much did that cost him?
You know what I hope? I hope the rest of the season is just like his first half of the season. If he gets us 4 or 5 sacks throughout the rest of the season and stays at the same pressure rate, it'll help us out a lot, because we don't have that other than our defensive interior creating pressure and opening holes for linebackers.
Jay, you have no idea.
How much?
And Rob, what do you think about the Preston Smith loss?
Look, man, when they switched, he didn't like it. He plays the 3-4. He didn't want to stay for that. I didn't know that until after they traded him and they came out and they said he asked for the trade because he plays better in the other system. So, God bless, good luck. I mean, it sucks, but he wasn't like killing it. I mean, he was just, our pass rushes suck this year. We've switched over. It just hasn't come into its own yet.
I need to find a tape from the summer when I was saying that kind of stuff, and Packer fans, no, there'll be no drop off. They'll be better. But look,
you're still not getting rid of Fields, right?
Yeah, no, that's I'm not saying nothing there. Nope.
And as much as anybody hates it, Brad Holmes did try to get 2 other players throughout the day. They were in talks with the Giants to try and get Azeez Ojulari, but they wouldn't come down off their price. And we were also in talks with the Saints, and it was the Lions, the Chiefs, and Commanders that was going for Marshawn Latimer, and plus we were trying to go for the defensive end Carl Granderson. So evidently the price was just too high.
There's a goal. That's my boy.
Must be watching the Blackhawks.
Fuck no, I'm watching.
No, he's not a Blackhawks fan. He's a fan of an inferior hockey team. He's a Devils fan.
Ken. You talk so much shit. Hey, I'm glad, Ken, we're allowed to get a word in today. I'm glad. Thank you very much.
And now we get Za'Darius Smith for the rest of the season for $605,000, because last year
put the word in.
Last year they restructured his contract and moved all that guaranteed money to bonus money, just like any team that's getting ready to move a player the following year does. They planned on moving Smith the entire time. Mm-hmm. So they moved all that to guaranteed money, which means his bonus this year, next year, and the year after that is already paid. So the Lions are on the hook for 3 seasons for $11 million.
Mm-hmm. That's a fine.
That's a fine.
And you got to feel like, Jeremy, that extra draft pick, the 5th and the 6th, that was more than anyone else was going to offer for him. So, and I still don't feel like we overpaid in draft capital either when you still look at what we've got left. So,
and we got a 7th back.
And a 7th back. I mean, that's the icing on the cake right there. So
he's
playing chess, folks. I'm telling you right now, this guy's playing chess. Everybody's playing checkers.
This also is a full circle moment, because back when we traded for Haloti Ngata, we traded away the 4th pick, 122nd to the Ravens. Who did they select with that pick? Za'Darius Smith out of Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then we give back.
I like Z-Dog. I liked him, but man, when he started crying like a baby because they didn't make him captain, bro, he got upset about being.
Is that true?
That
Rob?
is a fucking true. That is a fucking true thing, bro. That's why he broke it off with the Packers over that. Can you fucking believe that?
At the same time, we have.
It could be that parking lot of a field.
All right.
It could be the.
I'll concede that, but I'm just saying, bro. The word was. He fucking did. He got upset because he went out and bought a captain's chain, and they didn't make him captain. He got he got upset.
I didn't know that. Well, I saw the interview today with him for the first time, and I absolutely loved it. He got a smile this big, seems to have a real infectious personality. You seen Dan Campbell talking about him, saying what a high motor, but yet he plays violently, so he's going to fit in the football aspect. And as far as the culture, just watching him entertain his first questions with the media, I mean, he was making me smile. He was getting me pumped up just talking to him. So if that translates to the field, he's already got 5 sacks this year. If he continues to give us that kind of pressure or presence on the field too, and I just feel like he's going to fit in the locker room. This is going to be a great addition for the Lions if he can get it cranked up there and get some pressure on the quarterback for this defense. It's going to be huge. I got to go though, guys. I appreciate you guys, man. I got a jet. Take care.
Hey, Mike. Bears by 10. See you, buddy.
All right, buddy. I'll see you.
So is anyone waking up in the morning to watch the Panthers in the Giants game in Germany?
Oh, that is just a waste of a fucking game.
I am because of my German heritage, because we left before the Third Reich started, so I want to watch the Holocaust Bowl.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I get up because I got a show.
The good thing about that game, they're playing it in one of the most beautiful stadiums in Europe in Allianz Arena, and home of Bayern Munich, the best football club in the world.
Of course.
That's the only good thing about it.
Here we go. There it is.
Here we go. Ken, you want to give us the history on this football team?
He's got it, bro. He's got it.
Come on. Let's go. Show them let's see the poster in the background.
Isn't that poster? Whoa, Jeremy, whoa.
Well, he's going to lift his shirt.
This is Germany's punishment for the Third Reich. That's what it is. That's why they scheduled
the game the Giants. They suck.
Wow. Hey.
Yes. Whoever wins nice German schnitzel.
No, whoever wins gets to go down to the beer hall and drink, the big liter beers all day.
Yeah. Chug some pints.
I hope the Panthers do a little bit of an upset too tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping.
I hope so too, because I went ahead and did the whole NFL yesterday on the money line, just as a parlay for $1 to see how much I can win. If everybody
I want the Panthers to lose.
I want the Panthers.
Forget the Panthers. I want them to lose. I want that second round pick to be a good one.
Oh, I'm trying to help my buddy.
They can start winning next year.
Yes, I do. And if you do it, my last name actually meant you'd laugh even more. Because Reich means rich. Ball means ball.
German punishment for the third.
Wow.
Hey, just a reminder, if you're watching us on X, you can comment from X. Be a part of the show, get involved. You're on X. There's 60 of y'all on X right now? 66 of you on X. So,
we discussed that yesterday, Josh. How do you win the bye week? Everybody else in the division loses.
And everybody who's wished that it hasn't happened yet.
I know it doesn't, bro. But it's just, how do you win the bye week? Or how do you lose the bye week? Everybody wins. You still lose.
The only way you lose on a bye week is you get an injury at practice. That's a loss for you.
You get an injury.
That did happen this year already, didn't it? Because somebody had a bye week just before they played us, and they ended up more injured than they were before the bye week.
Just call you.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they give most teams give the players the week off, right? Just go do whatever, take a vacation. It's like, really, guys? I mean,
yeah, like the military can weekend pass.
It's the Will Vogel, Dan Leonard Bowl in Munich. Oh yeah, because my co-host is a Giants fan. Speaking of which, I have a picture of him too that was made through AI.
Well,
look at that.
What's your prediction for that? What you got? What's your prediction for that game?
Put that back on. Looks like Brian DeBall. Hold on. Go ahead. Do it again. Yep. Pretty damn close.
It does look like him, bro. You might be right.
I'm always right, Rob.
All right, Woody. I wouldn't go that far.
But I thought this was perfect, though. I'm sorry. That is a perfect kitty Ken.
Oh, my God. He's going to freak out when he sees that.
Come on. The guy had a tree fall in his yard. Come on now.
I know, man.
Yep, Joshua did not actually say the Lions lose. They just said Lions tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bears lose, Vikings lose, Lions tomorrow.
I don't think Detroit will have a problem tomorrow.
I think it's going to be like 32-21.
32-21 Detroit?
Yep.
Only thing I worry about is really Joe Mixon.
Well, here's the where the difference is. The Texans are 30th in red zone defense. They give up scores 69.6% of the time. Detroit's offense is efficient enough that it gets to the red zone 69.6% of the time. That's how I came up with 32.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, that's a logical way to come up with it.
He's going to get fined $11,000 for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, JB, you get fined for those. JB's going to get fined $11,000 for those wrong stats you just gave us.
They're not wrong.
Well, I think the Bears.
All right, here's a question: if you could take a coach from another team, you couldn't keep your current one, who would you take? So if you had to fire your coach and take a coach from another team, who would you take?
That's head coach or a coordinator?
Are you talking coach or coordinator? Because there's a huge head coach.
Oh God!
All right, in the whole league or just our division?
Whole league.
Oh, whole league. Gotta go whole league.
All right. I just wanted to see because I wanted to see who was going to pick who in our division. Who would you take as your coach? I want to know.
Well, right now, as far as in the division, I wouldn't switch for anybody for Dan Campbell right now.
Okay.
So if you go
actually,
because
I don't want.
I want to know Bear fans are bailing on Flus.
So if I had to get rid of Flus and I could have any coach I wanted, I want John frickin' Gruden.
Really?
Oh, you mean coaches that are not even coaching now, correct?
No, he's
I'm not even going to steal from our team. I want Gruden, period. If I'm going to get another coach, I want
Belichick, huh?
As much as I hate to say it, I'd trade with the team we're playing tomorrow. I'd trade with D'Amico Ryan.
Really?
Fucking
JB.
I think
he's pretty good.
Damn it, JB.
I
gotta think again.
But if I'm going to fit the parameters of Jay's question, I can't take Gruden, I guess. So, but I would take Gruden. If I could have any coach I want right now, it's alive. I would take Gruden. If it was from another team,
you guys watch his podcast? You watch Gruden's podcast when he breaks down these games?
Well, we follow each other on X as well. Yeah, he follows me on X.
The Green Bay Packers Detroit score.
I'm actually a couple years ago, before my flag football game, I go to Wawa and there's John Gruden. I was like, holy shit, baby Chucky, what's going on? His kid played football at Lafayette College here in Pennsylvania. I didn't know that.
Wow.
He was a dick. He didn't give me an autograph. I could have thrown him in the fucking frozen food section.
I might take a coach. I might take Andy Reid. I might take Andy Reid because everywhere in Philly, he was great.
I'm done. You guys are fucking killing me, you and JB, picking my guys now. God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Harbaugh's would work. Either of the Harbaughs would work too, I guess.
My favorite Bears quarterback of all time, Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh. Really? He's your favorite Bears quarterback?
Yep.
Oh, it's not Eric Kramer, your passing yardage pitcher?
No, I'm good.
Just play it.
Jay Cutler's a little behind Jim Harbaugh.
Really? Wow. All right, respect.
Man, Jay, you're a fucking comedian, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, now I gotta think now because JB took mine and then Ken took mine. So, Rob, who do you say if LaFleur gets fired? Who are you going to?
Man, I know. I was thinking about it, man. I mean, who would I like? Because I really like LaFleur.
Although
he smiles too much, if he didn't fucking smile so much, man, just stop smiling and saying it'll be all right. It ain't gonna be all right, bro.
A-Dub, that's not bad. You get Dungy out of retirement. I mean, Dungy's
yeah.
Power.
I mean, if I was going to take a quarterback that I didn't like,
it's in the chat. I read it off the chat.
God damn it, man.
Lovie Smith. I would take Lovie.
Oh, I'm done.
Lovie's best offense.
Did we just pick all of them?
Bro, he's got an attitude, though, man. He's got an attitude. That's what I liked about him. What I didn't like about him.
I thought somebody would pick Dennis Green.
If I'm going to take a guy who's not like retired himself since he doesn't want to coach anymore, and Gruden is The only thing with Gruden is, and I think we've got the quarterback for it, you have to have a quarterback that has a lot of brain power for his offense. Because Gruden does not run a simple offense. Like, people do not understand. The only reason when he got fired, the only reason that team was able to function is because Carr was the only person in the building who understood Gruden's offense. Like, Gruden is like at mega mind level when it comes to this stuff. So you have to have a quarterback that can grasp it. But Gruden, I love Chuck.
When I watched his podcast when he did the review of the Lions and Packers game, he literally called the score exactly of what it would be in that game. He goes, because it's going to be windy and cold, and because of Detroit's run game and everything else, he goes, I got Detroit winning 24-14.
What are they, wine cooler guys?
Wow.
Well, it's not that I don't like.
They're wine cooler guys.
No, it's not that I don't like Jim Harbaugh. It's just
What's up, Jason?
Look at these kinds of reunions that fans get all these. Oh, Jim Harbaugh was a bear. We should come back and be coach. When was the last time these reunions like this actually really worked? I mean, reunions of a player coming back to an old team or going to coach a team that he played, they do work sometimes. A lot of times these reunions don't work. I mean, there's some that do. DeMeco Ryans is one that does. But it doesn't always, because I think from watching our fan bases, the fans, if Harbaugh comes, it's because he's a former Bear, the level of expectation gets higher than he can ever meet. And that's why I don't say
I'm going to say it's working out pretty good here in Detroit with Dan Campbell coming back to coach the Lions.
There are some that do work, and then there's some that don't. But I just think knowing Bears fans, the expectations would be like an undefeated season because that's how Bears fans roll. And we'd never meet it. I just think Harbaugh's a better coach. Harbaugh's a good coach, but Gruden's probably the best coach out there right now. And unfortunately, because of his situation with the NFL, and he's wanting to extort the money out of him, which he should, he's not going to coach until that gets resolved.
And Cam Butters brings up another good one for Chicago. Ron Rivera coming back as DC work for Chicago.
I don't know, man. I wonder why Harbaugh never came back to be the coach for the Bears. I mean, he was the quarterback there for a long time. Why not?
Well, Jason, two different kind of runners. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
Swift is like a poor man's Gibb.
And Montgomery's like a fullback.
All right, what about him? Haber, you guys got rid of him. You think he's going to come back as a demon somewhere else? I'm just asking.
Well, he fumbled his first carry.
Well, I mean, it could.
Yeah, I like Khalil Herbert. We kind of knew they'd make that deal. Herbert's a good back. Roshan is. Roshan. Like Roshan's.
Did I think he'd go to Cincinnati? I don't know. I didn't think he would go there. I thought he would, go to another team that really needed a quarterback. The Browns a good young running back, but I guess they needed somebody else. So,
yeah.
I'm trying not to be cocky. It's kind of hard when every single NFL pundit talks about the Lions every day.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to try and stay humble when you hear that? Oh, yeah. The Packers fans would know.
I've been trying to be humble for years, JB.
I mean, I don't think. Does anyone think that Aaron Rodgers would try to get into coaching when he retires, or is he?
I think he'd be a commentator before he's a coach.
Either a commentator or a quarterback coach. I don't think he'd be good as a head coach or an OC. I think he would have to start.
I think he wants to buy a part of a team. If Brady did it, I'm going to own a part of a team. Oh, Brady got 5% of the Raiders. I want 10% of another team, and I could see him being a commentator too. He's well spoken. So I can see Aaron going the commentating route, but I can't see him coaching.
Well, we got to call it. We're a minute out. Everybody, thank you for coming. Thank you for commenting. Make sure you catch Hal's Hall tomorrow. Make sure you catch Red Zone Rant tomorrow. Make sure you catch Jeremy tomorrow. Right? You got a show tomorrow too, Jeremy?
No, I got one tonight.
Tonight, okay. Everybody's got shows. So did the Bears.
Yes, we do.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, you said the Bears.
Total Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jerry.